Where do the Carolina Panthers rank in the NFL power ranking? What's going on, Panther Nation? It's your boy LCameraTV here, man. And I've been working on something for a little while now, but I finally got it in place. I got my affiliate link for NFL shops, so you can cop all your NFL gear on my page. The link is in the description below, man. I know y'all want your Carolina Panther jerseys, hats, mugs, all types of cool stuff. You know, I got a Cam Newton jersey. I'm trying to get a Christian McCaffrey and a Luke Kuechly, you know what I'm saying? I got offense. I definitely need defense, man. So any NFL fan or Panther fan that wants some NFL gear, come to my affiliate link, cop some jerseys, cop some mugs, cop some stuff, man. Make sure you represent the Carolina Panthers when they're in London and wherever else, man. And thank y'all for showing love and tuning in. Definitely cop some gear. If y'all don't want the L camera, you might as well get the Carolina. Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and Twitter and wherever else. And guys, we got a lot to talk about today, man. We gotta discuss the Carolina Panthers backup running back situation. Definitely gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about the Carolina Panthers ranking on the NFL power ranking and how I feel about it. And also, we gotta talk about a certain quarterback breaking records, man, and why he never did on the field. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Carolina Panthers backup running back situation. Now, mind you, the Carolina Panthers cut Elijah Holyfield and put him on the practice squad. So that's a good thing. I think he's a really good backup, you know what I'm saying, or a running back, you know what I'm saying. And I would like that he's on the practice squad, even if he couldn't make the 53-man roster, because he played pretty well in the preseason. But the Carolina Panthers backup running back situation, they got Reggie Bonifant number 2 and George Scarlett at number 3. Now, me personally, I'm fine with this. Now, Marty Henry was saying that, oh, you know, they're still going to split time and, you know, as far as backup behind Christian McCaffrey and, you know, whatever situation fits their skill set better, that's when they're going to get in. Me personally, I like Reggie Bonifant a little bit more than I like George Scarlett. Now, mind you, George Scarlett didn't get to show, you know, his whole ability because he dealt with an injury in the beginning and all this stuff like that. But I like Reggie Bonifant. I like him as a catcher at the backfield. You know what I'm saying? He did really well in preseason. And I think he could be a pretty good running back between the tackles. And he has pretty good size. So he's like 6 foot, 6'1". You know what I'm saying? Pretty good size. I like Reggie Bonifant. I think he'll be a really good backup running back. And I feel like the running back, you know what I'm saying, the backup running back situation needed a shift anyways. Because we had Cameron Payne there for a few years. And it wasn't really panning out. You know what I'm saying? He was always okay, but not, he never made like an impression like that. So it's good to kind of like, okay, we seen what you had, you know what I'm saying, time to move on. I like Reggie Bonifant. I think George Scarlett needs a little bit more time because he's a rookie this year, but I think he'll be a pretty good backup also, and I like that whole dynamic. So I'm happy with the backup running back situation on the Carolina Panthers, especially, you know, Elijah Holyfield. If one of those guys get injured or whatever, something happens, he could just come in, and I think he played pretty well also. So for me, I'm good with that. I'm pretty good with the whole situation. I think the Panthers have a really good stable of running backs. You know what I'm saying? I think they could be, you know, productive. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing about Reggie Bonifant too, I think he'll be a better blocker than Christian McCaffrey is, just because Christian McCaffrey, I've seen him kind of get bull rushed a few times just because of his size. And I think Reggie Bonifant will be able to, you know, stick up with that better. And you need that, you know what I'm saying, especially in blocking, passing down. You know what I'm saying? Christian goes out most of the time anyway, so it is what it is. But if you do need Christian to stay back and block, he needs to be able to do that. And if you have a backup running back like a Reggie Bonifant or whatever, who Reggie Bonifant can catch passes really well, and I think he can run between the tackles. Even if you do a passing down, he could be a better blocker in my opinion because of his size. So I like the whole backup running back situation. I think it's going to be pretty good. And I think, you know what I'm saying, we can wear a lot of teams down by, you know what I'm saying, constantly running the ball. And I think that'll be one of the things we implement this year too. So, and in other news, the NFL just dropped the NFL power ranking. And they have the Carolina Panthers slated at number 18. Was number 20 before. Moved up 2 spots. And I'm perfectly fine right here. Why? Because I'd rather be the hunter than the hunted. There's certain teams with a lot of hype behind them. A lot of, you know, which, I mean, it's kind of warranted. They look like they have good teams, but what we know is from, you know, every season is that the teams that look like they have good teams might not have the same team at the end of the season, might not gel and mesh the same way, or injuries can happen and kind of mess that team up. Now, you know what I'm saying, the Carolina Panthers at 18, we're the hunters. You know what I'm saying, people are going to underestimate us. People are going to think that we're not that good of a team. I've seen projections that we're going to be 8-8, and I think that's kind of low for us. But at the end of the day, every year they think some teams are going to be really good and they tend not to be. And they think other teams are going to be really bad and they tend to be really good. So that happens every year. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, teams like the Eagles, teams like the Browns, teams like the Bears, you know what I'm saying, that were pretty good last year, or you know what I'm saying, are expected to be very good this year, might not be that. You know what I'm saying? So that might change. And like I said, I'd rather be the hunters than the hunted, because when you are, like for instance, coming off a Super Bowl or something like that, everybody's giving you their best shot. Everybody's using you as a measuring stick. And for us, the Rams just played in the Super Bowl, so we're going to give them their best shot. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they feel like, oh, you know, hey, this is an easier matchup because the Carolina Panthers, they weren't that great last season. And I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. So for me, I'm probably fine being 18. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully by the middle of the season, whatever, we have a good season, start of the season, and we're like higher up. But by that time, it'll be halfway through the season, and we can, you know, we understand where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We have our identity as a football team already. Other than, like, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the Eagles or the Browns, who think you know, that season gonna be great. And I'm not saying it's not gonna be, but it's just, it might not play out the way everybody thinks it's gonna play out. Because at the end of the day, these are all projections. These are all, you know what I'm saying, what people think. And injuries changed a lot of season. Last year we were 6-2 before injuries started happening. So that's just how the game goes. And right now they project those guys to be really high up. But if injuries happen or chemistry's not there, especially the Browns, who kind of came together, you know what I'm saying, this offseason with a lot of different players, and they got a whole lot of hype behind them, we'll see if they actually keep up that hype and actually can, you know, perform under that hype, because all young players, and you know, it's a big hype train behind the Cleveland Browns. So we'll see how that goes out. And finally, QB1, aka Cam Newton, just broke a record, and not one for a quarterback, but one for a receiver. Cam Newton broke the most one-handed catches done in under a minute, with 51 catches. Now, I'm kind of shocked, man. And the only reason why I'm shocked is because why would Cam be attempting this? I have no idea. It's like a quarterback record, but he did break it. Now, mind you, Odell Beckham had the record before, and I think Odell Beckham's gonna come to reclaim his title. Personally, that's how I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Odell's not gonna let a quarterback beat him in that situation. But Cam's pretty good at catching the ball, which is not surprising. But one thing that is surprising to me is that why has Nick Foles got a pass thrown to him and Tom Brady got a pass thrown to him and Cam Newton hasn't? I mean, we see Cam do pancake blocks, we see Cam throw the ball, we see Cam run the ball. Why won't we throw one up for, you know, the 6'6", you know what I'm saying, quarterback? Me personally, that's just how I feel about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Cam Newton catch a touchdown pass. I think he, you know what I'm saying, could do it, you know, obviously. And I think it'll be really good for him in general. Now, mind you, should we do it every, you know, game or something like that? Of course not. You don't want your quarterback doing that. But I would love just one time in his career. I mean, it might only have to be this year. Just one time in his career for him to go up and catch a pass, because I think Cam could do it. I think Cam could be, if he wanted to be, he could be a pretty good tight end. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, amazing that Cam broke this record. But again, like I said, I think Odell's coming back for his title. He's going to be like, hey, listen, Cam, sorry, bro. I got 65 under a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do it. Obviously, he wants his title back. But it's just cool that we have a quarterback that can do that, whatever, catch the ball like that. And but I'm also wondering how the quarterback threw the ball to him also. It looked like it kind of was like toss-ups. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? You know, he still got the record either way. And I think Cam should definitely catch a pass in a game before he retires. That would be really cool. Hopefully for a touchdown. And then he'll have a receiving touchdown, a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else you can score a touchdown on offense, but that would be pretty cool, man. Love to see Cam Newton catch a pass, score a TD. You know what I'm saying? Would he be a T.O. or, you know, Chad Johnson or Antonio Brown? Who knows? But we'll see, man. I think he definitely has the personality for it, so we'll see how that goes out. But, you know, shout out to Cam for breaking the record, and he should do one. Like I said, he should catch one pass in his career. You know what I'm saying? At least once, hopefully for a touchdown, and then you be like, okay, I caught a touchdown, a passing touchdown, I threw a touchdown, and I ran it for a touchdown. That's just me being honest. That would be really cool if he did that all three of those in one game. That would be dope. But we'll see what happens, man. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and Twitter and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Do you think Cam Newton should catch a touchdown pass or catch a pass in general one time in his career? Put that in the comment section below. How do you feel about the NFL power rankings? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys feel the same way I do. You're good where we're at, whatever, and we're probably going to rise throughout the season. Put that in the comment section below also. And do you think Rich Bonfant should be number 2 running back or Jordan Scarlett? And do you really think they're going to split time? Definitely put that in the comment section below. Check out the Spreadshirt account and the Patreon page. Both of those links in the description below. You can check out the NFL affiliate link. You cop all your NFL Panther gear here. Check that out. That link is in the description below also. Check out my dog Renan Steen's page. Very funny dude, very talented. And we have a podcast together that I think you guys really will like. The video is going to be at the very end of mine, in the end screen. Definitely watch the video, man. Podcast, we talk about a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Most recent video was things that should be canceled. Definitely check that out, man, because we have some different type of ideas for things that should be canceled. Shares with all Panther fans, you my Panther lady, my football related. Let them know LCameraTV is rocking Panther Nation, and Panther Nation rocking LCameraTV. Then y'all stay tuning in and showing love and rocking with the boy. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.